Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you to talk about a wake-up call that's shaking the very core of our great nation. America just got outsmarted, and it cost us a staggering $120 billion. Now, I know some of y'all might be feeling a little uneasy, but let me tell you something, this isn't the time to get discouraged. No, sir, this is the time to get fired up, to realize that setbacks are just setups for a comeback. Today I want to emphasize something that's at the very heart of our ability to thrive in this world: resilience and adaptability. You see, life's going to throw punches. Sometimes, it's a hard hit that knocks us off our feet. Sometimes, it's a series of setbacks that make us question if we're on the right path. But here's the truth. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. That's what resilience is all about. It's about having that unbreakable spirit inside you that refuses to give up, no matter how tough the storm. I want you to understand that resilience isn't just a natural gift some people are born with. No, it's a skill you develop, like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. When life gets tough, and it will, you've got to remind yourself that setbacks are not the end, they're just part of the journey. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to come back even better than before. It's about looking adversity in the face and saying, "You might knock me down, but you're not knocking me out." That kind of mindset is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. But resilience alone isn't enough. You've also got to be adaptable. The world is changing faster than ever before, and if you're still doing things the way you did 10 years ago, you're already falling behind. Adaptability is about being flexible, open to new ideas, and willing to change course when needed. It's about understanding that progress often requires us to step outside of our comfort zones. When we embrace change instead of fearing it, we position ourselves to seize new opportunities and avoid being caught off guard. Think about some of the most successful companies and individuals. They didn't succeed because they stayed stagnant. They succeeded because they learned to pivot, to innovate, and to evolve with the times. When America faced tough economic times or unexpected challenges, it wasn't just our resources that got us through, it was our resilience and ability to adapt. Our history is filled with stories of people who refused to accept defeat, who reinvented themselves, and who found new ways to succeed despite obstacles. That's the spirit we need to cultivate today. We have to see setbacks not as dead ends but as detours that lead us to better paths. Every mistake, every failure, every disappointment is a lesson waiting to be learned. It's a chance to build stronger, smarter, and more resilient systems, both individually and collectively. Resilience and adaptability are the keys to not just surviving but thriving in uncertain times. They're the qualities that allow us to turn hardships into stepping stones. When we develop these traits within ourselves, we become unstoppable. We become the kind of people, the kind of communities, and the kind of nation that can weather any storm, face any challenge, and come out on top. It's about having the heart to keep going and the mind to change when necessary. That's how we rise after every fall and how we build a future that's brighter than anything we've seen before. I want to talk to you about something powerful, something that has always been at the core of our greatest achievements: community and collaboration. You see, no man or woman is an island. We weren't meant to go through life alone, especially not in times of crisis or challenge. When America faced that $120 billion setback, it wasn't just about individual effort, it was about how we come together as a nation, as communities, and as families. It's in our unity that we find strength. It's in our willingness to work together that we create solutions that no single person could ever accomplish alone. Think about the great moments in history when people pulled together, whether it was during times of war, economic hardship, or social change. Those moments weren't driven by individuals working in isolation but by communities rallying, sharing ideas, and supporting one another. Collaboration creates a synergy, a force that magnifies our efforts beyond what we could achieve solo. When we pool our talents, resources, and ideas, we open the door to innovation, growth, and resilience. It's like a mighty river that becomes unstoppable because many streams are flowing into it. When we come together, we tap into a collective intelligence that's far greater than the sum of our parts. Now, I want you to understand that collaboration isn't just about working with others when times are good. It's especially vital during tough times. When our economy took a hit, it was community-driven initiatives, local businesses supporting each other, neighbors helping neighbors, that kept the spirit alive. It was that sense of shared purpose and mutual support that turned the tide. When we unite our efforts, we create a culture of resilience, where everyone feels empowered and motivated to contribute to the common good. It's about building bridges, not walls. It's about listening to different perspectives, learning from each other, and finding solutions that are inclusive and sustainable. Collaboration also fuels innovation. When diverse minds come together, they generate creative ideas that wouldn't emerge in isolation. Different backgrounds, experiences, and skill sets combine to produce breakthroughs. That's how new industries are born, new technologies develop, and new opportunities arise. In this rapidly changing world, staying ahead means embracing teamwork, because the problems we face are too complex for any one person or organization to solve alone. We need to leverage the power of collective effort, shared knowledge, and mutual vision. Community and collaboration foster a sense of accountability and responsibility. When you know that your actions impact others, you're more motivated to do your best. We're all interconnected, whether we realize it or not. Our success depends on how well we support each other, how effectively we communicate, and how willing we are to lend a helping hand. In difficult times, that sense of unity and shared purpose becomes our greatest asset. It reminds us that we're stronger together, that our individual efforts are amplified when aligned with a common goal. So, let's remember that no setback is insurmountable when we stand united. Our strength lies in our ability to work as a team, to collaborate across boundaries, and to lift each other up. America's future depends on our collective spirit, on our willingness to come together, to innovate together, and to support each other through every challenge. When we harness the power of community and collaboration, there's nothing we cannot overcome. I want to focus your attention on two qualities that are absolutely essential for overcoming any obstacle: perseverance and a positive mindset. Life's journey is rarely smooth. It's filled with ups and downs, successes and failures, moments of clarity and times of doubt. But what separates those who ultimately succeed from those who give up is their unwavering perseverance, the ability to keep going despite setbacks, and their optimistic outlook that sees opportunities in every challenge. Perseverance is the engine that drives progress. It's about holding on to your vision, your goals, even when the road gets rough. It's about refusing to be defeated by temporary setbacks and instead viewing them as stepping stones toward your ultimate success. Without perseverance, even the most brilliant ideas or talents can fade into obscurity. History is filled with stories of great inventors, entrepreneurs, and leaders who faced repeated failures but kept pushing forward. Thomas Edison, for example, famously said he didn't fail but found thousands of ways that didn't work. His perseverance ultimately led to the invention of the electric light bulb, transforming the world. That same spirit is what we need today: an unshakable commitment to our dreams, a refusal to accept defeat, and a resilience that keeps us moving forward, no matter how many times we stumble. It's about understanding that setbacks are not the end but rather necessary parts of the journey that teach us resilience and patience. Equally important is the power of a positive mindset. When faced with adversity, it's easy to fall into despair or negativity. But a positive outlook doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, it means choosing to see possibilities rather than obstacles. It's about believing that things can get better, that challenges are opportunities in disguise. A positive mindset fuels hope, energizes our efforts, and inspires others around us. When we approach setbacks with optimism, we're more likely to find creative solutions, stay motivated, and persevere through tough times. It's the difference between giving up and pushing through, between viewing failure as a dead end or as a lesson that strengthens our resolve. Combining perseverance with a positive attitude creates a powerful synergy. When you refuse to give up and maintain hope, you're more resilient, more adaptable, and more likely to succeed in the long run. Think about athletes who bounce back from injuries, entrepreneurs who face rejection, or students who struggle with tough coursework. Those who succeed are often the ones who keep trying, keep believing, and keep a positive outlook. They understand that setbacks are temporary and that their persistence is what ultimately leads to achievement. This mindset also helps us maintain mental health and emotional strength, enabling us to face future challenges with confidence and resilience. Perseverance and positivity influence those around us. When others see us refuse to give up and maintain hope, it inspires them to do the same. It creates a ripple effect of resilience and optimism within our communities and workplaces. This collective attitude can lift everyone, turning difficult circumstances into opportunities for growth. It's important to remember that success rarely happens overnight. It's the result of relentless effort, unwavering belief, and the ability to stay positive through adversity. When we cultivate these qualities within ourselves, we become unstoppable forces for change, capable of transforming setbacks into triumphs and dreams into reality. I want to emphasize the vital role that integrity and honesty play in shaping a successful and honorable life. In a world where quick gains and shortcuts often seem tempting, maintaining unwavering integrity is what truly sets individuals and organizations apart. Integrity means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, and honesty is about being truthful and transparent in all our dealings. These qualities form the foundation of trust, which is the bedrock of any meaningful relationship, be it personal, professional, or societal. Without trust, collaboration falters, reputations are damaged, and progress becomes nearly impossible. When we act with integrity, we send a powerful message that we value truthfulness, fairness, and accountability. This not only earns the respect of others but also fosters a culture where honesty is celebrated and upheld. In the long run, integrity pays dividends far beyond immediate gains. While dishonest practices may sometimes provide short-term advantages, they often lead to long-term consequences, loss of credibility, legal repercussions, and damage to one's character. History has shown us countless examples of leaders and organizations whose downfall was rooted in dishonesty. Conversely, those who operate with integrity build enduring legacies based on trust and respect. People want to engage with those they believe are genuine and sincere. When leaders demonstrate honesty, they inspire loyalty and motivate their teams to follow suit, creating an environment where ethical standards are the norm and everyone feels safe and valued. Honesty also promotes clarity and reduces confusion. When communication is truthful and transparent, misunderstandings are minimized, and decisions are made based on accurate information. This is essential in times of crisis or change, where clarity can determine the difference between success and failure. Moreover, integrity cultivates resilience. When individuals or organizations are committed to doing what is right, they are better equipped to withstand challenges because their actions are guided by principles rather than expediency. In tough times, sticking to one's values can be difficult, but it's precisely during those moments that integrity becomes most critical. It provides a moral compass that helps navigate uncertainty and temptation. Fostering a culture of honesty and integrity encourages others to uphold similar standards. When leaders demonstrate transparency and fairness, they set a powerful example that inspires others to act ethically. This collective adherence to truth creates a strong community built on mutual respect and trust. It also reduces the temptation for corruption, dishonesty, or unfair practices, which can undermine entire institutions or societies. Building a reputation for integrity takes time, but once established, it becomes a vital asset that sustains growth and stability. In our personal lives, living with integrity means aligning our actions with our values, being truthful with ourselves and others, and taking responsibility for our decisions. It's about earning trust through consistency and authenticity. No matter how challenging, choosing honesty and integrity ultimately leads to inner peace and dignity. It's the assurance that we are living in accordance with our principles, which in turn garners the respect and trust of those around us. Over the long haul, these qualities forge relationships that are genuine and enduring, and they lay the groundwork for a legacy of character and virtue that can inspire generations. Thanks for watching PLZ. Like, share and subscribe.